I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family, credit cards in the scammers.
Hey guys, TeakQuickShare here, bringing you the Noob journey for the first time on this channel. And as you can probably see, we are on the Baku circuit, and the rain is gonna come down in the race, but we're gonna have a dry qualifying, which is gonna be very, very interesting. And we've actually done a previous one to this where Matt fucked up with his settings, as you might have seen in the intro. So this is the second time we do the qualifying. And as you can see, I went for very heavy downforce setup because I was afraid to have too low wings in the race, but still not sacrifice performance in qualifying. And with that, let's get on to my fastest lap in qualifying. As you can see, we just set pole already, but not everybody had set their fastest laps at that point, so I tried to go on and improve. And as you can see, we're already a few tenths up, 2-3 tenths up maybe after these first two corners, so it's going very well, and we're already on pole, so it should be a pole if everything goes according to plan. Brake down for this very tricky corner. It's very easy to clip your back end on the corner. You can here brake just before the curve, turn in. And then now one of my favorite corners on this track, where you have to slow it down, go into the left hander, and then quickly turn the car over to the right hander. It's very tricky to get that right. And you can easily lose a few tenths there. Now we are slowly coming up to the most dreaded couple of corners on the calendar. I think the castle section, so easy to hit the wall, but I managed it quite nicely. Not going as fast as I probably could, but it's all about getting the time and not ending up in the wall. We'll come down and brake just at the black box. Did a slight corner cut there, but the game didn't notice, so that's great for me, even though we have the corner cutting on strict. And you can see we set the pole or purple sector here, so it should be an extension of our lead already, and grant us the new fastest pole position, as we just get some nice slipstream through Reggie Bear here, which helped me a bit, gain maybe a tenth or two because of the high wings I was running, so the slipstream paid very good dividends for us. Come over the line in a 1:43.6, a very, very good time from us considering the high wings I ran. And let's just look at how everyone else lines up in the grid. We've got Rickson in second, only 3 tenths behind, which was less than what I improved by, so he would have gotten pole if I hadn't got that other lap in. And then Chuk, my main rival, in third, and Diehard, Corrigan, Pepsi, and Nemao, Jamie, and December. And with that, let's get into the race. Where I've just done the formation lap, soon about to be 5 lights. Away we go, just get a cautious start, don't want to bottle it already. Slowly accelerate, brake just before, and I've absolutely missed that braking point as Rickson's coming past us now. Diehard as well, he's come up quick, gone past UK Master, and he's into second. And Jay Corrigan tried to go up our inside, but it didn't really work. And then Diehard here, he told me that he overtook on the yellow flag, so he had to let the position back to me, which means that we are now in second, but quite far behind Rickson, considering there's only been 2 corners. But this is heavy rain, so everything can happen. It's very tricky. Probably the worst circuit for rain on the calendar, because it's so easy to hit the wall. This and Monaco probably. Just try and ease our way around these starting through corners, because it's all about consistency. Not so much about the fastest lap. As you can see, Rickson's already made a few mistakes, and we are closing in on him steadily but surely. Again, I got close to him there. It seems like we are faster coming into the braking zones than him. Again, he seems to gain a little bit in the braking zones, which is encouraging to see, as he takes a very interesting line through the castle section. Maybe he just tried to block me off, I don't know. But it worked, because now we're quite far away. Maybe there will be a possibility to slipstream him down the straight, but I have high rings on, so it might not be possible. So again, I catch him in the braking zone, and now it's coming down to the final corner, and I lose it. So it's probably not going to happen with the slipstream. We are still close, maybe it could happen, but it seems like he's pulling away. He might be running a little bit lower rings than us. I don't know, because Rickson has no game chat when we do these races, so we can't communicate with him. This has been an interesting first lap. Now it's just getting my head down and trying to catch them. Now we jump later on to that lap where I have caught Rickson after he made the same mistakes last time, where I just could catch him that little bit in the braking zones. And Chuk, UK Masters, caught right up onto us, so he's right in my rear view mirrors. So it's a three-way battle for the lead this moment between me, Rickson, and UK Master. It's going to be very interesting down the straight, because there could be a lot of slipstream, as I always hit the back of Rickson's very close, because he brakes very early sometimes. Let's try and line him up here for a pass and cut the curb nicely. Get early on the power. Ooh, Rickson, he's lost his back end, and I go sweeping round the outside, trying to make it into the sweeping right-handers, and it works. We are into the lead now, but he's probably going to come back at us with the slipstream. Yeah, his arrow is there. Yeah, he's coming right now. Oh, he's going around the outside. Very interesting line. I thought he would have taken the inside there. Just brake. As you can see, I just braked that a little bit later than him. It seemed to have worked. Now he's still on the outside. It's gonna be, I think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I've got the better traction. Just block him off into this corner. And he should be back to second. We should be in the lead. Let's see. Oh, Chuk is now coming in, Rickson. He could lose 2 positions in the space of 2 corners. Let's see if it happens. Looks like, yeah, UK Masters made the move stick. This is bad for us, because he is my closest rival in the championship standing. So we don't want him to have a good race, championship wise, of course. Now we jump later on, as UK Master has caught us. He's shown really good pace this race, as he has done throughout the entire season. And he'll probably have very good chance of slipstreaming us, but maybe we can get some help with this back marker. It's coming up. It's going to be some nice slipstream from Body Crackers, but it's probably not going to be enough. No, Chuk's coming right around the outside. He's just flying past us. Don't think I can die for him. Let's see, give it a go. No, he's too far away. Ooh, I just go over the curb. Try to brake a little bit too late. So we've conceded the lead, and he's gonna claw back at us in the championship standing if this continues. Ooh, he takes a little bit wider line there. Maybe we can get on the power and do something in the next corner, but no. I got wheel spin in 5th gear. It's very, very tricky to get on the corners, get on the power, I mean. Like, sometimes you can only go full power in 6th gear. Oh, UK Master, he's hit the wall. He spinned it in the wall, and we are back in the lead. This race just keeps getting better, and now Rickson is taking second. It's gone from bad to worse from UK Master there. But it seems like, as you can see on the minimap, he's just still behind Rickson. If now cut on later to that lap, actually many laps later, because nothing really happened. So just me pulling away from Chuk and Rickson. And Pepsi just told me over game chat that his engineer said that it was time for intermediates. So I thought I'll gamble and try and go into the pits, as you'll see now. Because it was very difficult to judge, and my engineer hadn't said anything, but it felt like the rain was getting lighter, so I decided to gamble, as Chuk just posted another fastest lap, so that definitely indicates that that the times are getting faster, so should be intermediate time. Maybe this will give us a good advantage now, because if it is Inters conditions, then we can maybe make up a few seconds on UK Master and Rickson, which will be very good. As we now go on later, as UK Master's about to come out of the pits. As you can see, we probably gained maybe a second or something, so maybe the gamble hasn't worked as much as I wanted it to, but still probably gained a second or something. Yeah, still maybe 5-6 seconds behind us, and Rickson is actually very, very close to us in front. So he stayed out, so this is gonna cost him dearly if it really is Inters conditions, as I think it is now. This could be trouble for Rickson. He might just have gotten himself out of the race win contention there. Oh, and we absolutely blow up into the... Oh, we're gonna have to reverse here, and UK Master's gonna become right back at us now. Yeah, he's right there. Oh, I've lost the lead, it's completely bottled it. So bad for me there. I just lost concentration as Chuk came over the game chat and told me how my Inters was feeling, and I said they're feeling fine, and then I just lock up and go straight on the chicane there. It's very bad, and now we are in second and he's very far down the road. It's probably not gonna be what we can do with 4 laps to go unless he makes some mistakes, and he's gonna again claw back at us in the championship as he did in the last race in Japan. Now we got onto the last lap, and I haven't really been catching Chuk that much, but it seems we may be within 2 seconds, so if he makes a mistake we can still pounce and take that win if everything goes according to plan. But I'm not sure, because he's been driving really well this race. He's really controlled his pace very well, and also he's on a wheel and I'm on a pad, so there might be some differences in how we drive. Maybe that has made a difference, I don't know, but he's been very good this race. Really controlled. But I seem to be just catching him maybe just a little bit in every corner, so there might be a chance toward the end of this lap and obviously the race. As he takes a very narrow line in there, this should give us a good opportunity to get on the power here. Yeah, we just caught a few tenths on him there. And now coming down towards the last corner before the castle section, maybe he'll hit the wall. Let's see. Let's hope that he does. Obviously, from the championship point of view, now he takes it cleanly, of course. And at this point in the race, Chuk's heavy breathing came over the game chat, and it also almost became a soundtrack because he was breathing so heavily. It was quite funny. But it seems like he's pulled away a bit there, because my exit out of the castle section was very bad. So I think unless something drastic happens here in the last 2 corners here, and then I think he's gonna come home with the win. But it's been very bad for us as I just lost the back end there, so there's definitely no chance of slipstreaming him down the straight. Yeah, so it's gonna be me behind Chuk and then Vixen, and he's gonna take his 4th win of the season. So we are gonna be equal on wins there, so it's gonna be very close in the championship now. I don't really know what the standings are gonna be, but this has been a good race and some good racing actually, so nice and clean, so that was nice to see. But a bit gutted, to be fair. I wanted to win this race, but you know, that's how it goes. Well, that is so I thought, because then Chuk came over the radio and said he had a penalty. So it turned out that I actually won the race, and I nearly just threw my pad away because I was so angry that I didn't win. And now it turned out that I actually did, because he got a 10-second time penalty, which was very bad for him. And let's just look at how the standings are. So I won ahead of Chuk and then Rixon and then Pepsi Max and Reggie. Reggie had a very good race, but as you're probably all noticing, in 9th place and 8th place Factual Impala and Haas CDFCs. Very impressive from them getting points. And now let's just look at the championship standings. I'm leading by 52 points ahead of Chuk, and then he's a few points ahead of Rixon, and then the real battle is between Pepsi, Corrigan and Die Hard. And then just go and look at the lower half of the table. And here the main thing to look at is of course that Haas DFC got his 1st point of the season. And with this and my win and championship lead, I see you next time.